Putting money into a savings account is great. We all know that. Maybe you've watched my other videos about why savings matters, how inflation is eroding away at your cash, and how to compare savings accounts like a pro. But here's the thing, everyone tells you to save money, but nobody seems to talk about how to find that money in the first place. And if you're thinking, that's great, but I literally have no money left at the end of the month as it is, then this video isn't going to be like other ones that tell you just to spend less on coffee or to create a budget. Because firstly, I'm not a big fan of budgets, and secondly, I love coffee. This video is about finding real money to save. Whether you're on minimum wage or making good money, but you don't have much left at the end of every month, it just seems to disappear. And these aren't just theories. These are methods that I've used myself and helped others use too. Let's start with the most powerful method, but the one you're probably not expecting. And this one I like to call it all sorts of things. But today I'm calling it the reverse budget method. And I call it different things because different words chime with different people. So today, the reverse budget method, this is what it is. Most people try and save what's left after spending, but that's exactly backwards. Exactly backwards. Here's what you do instead. Take your next paycheck, and before you do anything else, immediately move 1% into a savings account. Now, if you're bringing home £2,000, that's just £20. Now, here's the crucial bit. You must treat everything that's left as if the £20 didn't exist in the first place. Your brain, that powerful machine that lives on the top of your head, will automatically adjust to whatever's left. All your spending will automatically just adjust like magic. After 2 months, increase that 1% to 2%. And after another 3 months, 3%. Your brain and your account will barely notice these little changes, but they will add up dramatically and flex your savings muscles. But just before delving in, I want to tell you something. 88% of people who watch my videos are not subscribers. To reach more people and to help them in their quest to become better with their money, can I ask you, if you're not already a subscriber, to hit the subscribe button? It would really help me and the channel out. Thanks for doing that. Now back to the video. Next comes the Money Hunt Challenge. Let me teach you about this challenge. And it's not about cutting back. It's about finding money you didn't know you had. Take out your bank statements over the last 3 months if you live in the year 1992. If you live in the year 2025 or later, then probably just log into your account on your phone and look at the last 3 statements on that. Or I suppose you could log on to the bank's website as well. Whatever you fancy. Look for 3 types of charges. Subscriptions you've forgotten about, services you're overpaying for, and regular purchases where you're paying full price. One of my viewers found the following: £9.99 for a streaming service that they barely used, £45 for a phone contract when they could switch to one that costs £12 a month, and £80 on groceries without using any cashback apps. That's around £123 found within just 15 minutes of looking. Number 3, create income through modern day side hustles. Sure, you could work overtime or get a pay rise, but today there are so many more creative ways to earn. Start a YouTube channel. Yes, like this one. Just switch the camera on. I'm always astounded by the things that people watch and the things that they find interesting. I had a cousin around from India recently who logs on regularly to YouTube to watch this food truck seller who just serves jacket potatoes in the UK all day long. Now that's not something I would watch, but I looked this guy up. He has over 400,000 subscribers, and one of his videos from just over a month ago has got 34,000 views. You could also create digital products, templates, printables, or online courses. Just package up a skill that you're already good at, that you probably do without even thinking about it, that you wouldn't think is monetizable, but it probably is. Just look into it. In the same way, you could also sell your skills on online platforms. And yes, you do have skills. You know, that thing you like doing. No, not that one, other ones. You could sell your skills. You could offer them to employers on Fiverr or Upwork and sites like that. Even if you think being a video games expert isn't a skill someone would pay for, you'd be surprised. Imagine you're good at FIFA 2025 and you know the top 5 skills that a beginner would love to know. How much would you have paid for that when you first started? Maybe the answer to that is 0, but maybe the answer to that is £5, £10, £25. How many people in the world do you think would pay £25 for that? I bet you the number of people that would buy that is higher than you currently think it is. You could put those FIFA skills into a PowerPoint slide deck or a PDF and then find a place to list it and sell it. You could start an on-demand print business. There's a lot of information about this, so just search on Google for print on demand business and you'll find what you need. You could create content for businesses. Lots of businesses just need someone to video them doing stuff, doing their day-to-day stuff, because they don't know how to do it themselves, or they think it's too difficult, or they just don't have the time. How much could you charge for something like that? Just by having a couple of ideas and getting out your phone. The key here is that unlike traditional extra work, these methods could grow into something much bigger. Or to use a business term, these could be scalable. When I started this channel, it was just a side project. And now, well, You're watching, aren't you? Number 4 is the income stacking method. Saving isn't just about reducing outgoings. Sometimes the easiest way to save is by bringing in a little bit extra. But I'm not talking about getting a second job here. Instead, look for what I call money leaks, places where you're leaving money on the table. This could be selling items you no longer use. And this isn't just about clearing out your wardrobe. These days, you can make serious money selling things you no longer use. Games consoles, mobile phones, clothing, electronics, even gym equipment that you bought during lockdown. Places like Facebook Marketplace, Vinted, eBay, Gumtree, you name it. There are loads out there, and they make this easier than ever. But here's the key, don't just sell things once. And I'm not talking about selling the same thing twice. That's probably not right, and I don't know how you do it anyway. But make it a regular habit to review what you own and what you actually use. And the thing I mention very often, use cashback sites when you're buying things that you buy anyway. Someone I know made £612 by stacking these methods without changing their spending at all. Number 5 is the gift conversion strategy. Sometimes money comes to you as gifts, birthdays, holidays, or even inheritances. But here's what most people get wrong. They treat this money differently from their earned income. Instead, treat any money that you get as a gift as a way to jumpstart your savings, or supercharge it if you've jump-started it already. Even if you save or invest half of what you receive as a gift, you can build your wealth without feeling that you're sacrificing anything at all. And then number 6, and this is where most videos would start, smart spending. But I'm going to show you very quickly how to do it properly. Here are the methods that actually work. Compare prices across different stores. Find the cheapest retailer for your regular purchases, and if not the cheapest, at least the one that offers the best value, and use price tracking tools to buy at the right time. Once you've found what you're buying, find voucher codes for it. Get extra money off for an extra 5 minutes of searching online. If you don't know how, let me know in the comments below and I'll help. And here's that word again, cashback. Use cashback sites on everything you can when you spend online. 2 months ago, I was in Tenerife on holiday with the family. And 2 weeks ago, just because I used that cashback site when I bought that holiday in the first place, I got a nice little £140 back as cashback. And I didn't do much extra at all. £140 for buying the holiday in a slightly different way. And when I say in a slightly different way, all I did was log into a cashback site, click through to the holiday company I was going to buy from anyway, and buy my holiday. That's it. Now, all of those things, let's bring it together. Here's what makes this all work. You don't need to do everything at once. Let me say that again. You don't need to do everything at once. Pick one of these 6 methods that resonates with you and start there. Remember, finding money to save isn't about making huge changes overnight. It's about building sustainable habits that grow over time. Because once something becomes a habit, you no longer go back to the old ways, and it just becomes part of your routine. Cashback sites is one of the easiest ones out there, and that's why I've mentioned it several times in this video. I've used this to save a ton, and here's the video where I reveal exactly how much and how.